folks, I'm Ultrazilla, and this is the UltraZ News Weekend Update coming to you from the Ultrazilla living room this week because I hurt my back a couple of days ago. No, not during last night's organizing Ultrazilla's Toys. That was recorded like a week ago. But no, I hurt my back 2 days ago, and unfortunately, I actually just made it worse about a half an hour ago by sneezing and having stuff in my hand that I didn't want to drop, so it was a very awkward sneeze, and I heard it worse. So, fantastic. You know, I've been doing great these last few weeks, huh? Sick. Now this. Not good, guys. But the good news is I have 3 reviews already recorded that are up for the next 3 days. So we're covered for at least a few days. Hopefully, I was hoping to get back in the studio today because I was feeling a little bit better, and now I'm not. But we have some news to talk about, and I definitely wanted to get this recorded and done for tonight. Godzilla Day was 2 days ago. Yes, the day I hurt my back. And there was a bunch of news that came out then, as well as other news, as well as big Voltron news. The Riobot Voltron Legendary Defender got their official picks out. That's the one that I raved about from Toy Fair. And the price came out, unfortunately, went up for pre-order, and it is not good. So without any further ado, let's get to it. And let's start off with that Sentinel Riobot 1000 Toys Voltron Legendary Defender, which I was super excited about when I saw it at Toy Fair. It was absolutely the coolest thing I saw at Toy Fair. I was really excited about it. I figured it was going to be somewhere in the $300 to $400 range, which already was going to be super pricey. But unfortunately, I was very wrong because they decided they wanted to be just like Blitzway and make this piece $700. Yeah. The problem with that is it is nowhere near as big as the Blitzway. So I cannot understand how they are justifying the price for this. It is really cool, but you know what? I feel like they're going to have a rude awakening because this version of Voltron is nowhere near as popular as the classic Voltron. I love Legendary Defender, but I think this is going to be a hard sell. There is also a PX Previews exclusive version of this that you'll be able to get in US stores. This one has the more feathered wing look that Voltron had later in the series. It's pretty cool, but again, you're talking well over, it was like $715 in most stores. That is bananas, guys. I'm personally not getting it. And that's super disappointing. Much more disappointing than the Blitzway. I didn't even like how the Blitzway looked, so I was out on that, like, just on looks alone. This looks phenomenal. So very, very disappointed in Sentinel for the crazy price on this. I don't know how they're justifying it again, but there you go. It's out there, available at HLJ Entertainment Earth. You can check the links down below if it tickles your fancy. Moving on to the Godzilla Day reveals, or, well, this was a little bit before. Movie Monster series had a crazy, crazy week, and they started last week, as you guys know. But here is Godzilla 1955, Godzilla Raids Again, done up in black and white and Anguirus. These are based on the old Tokyo Toy Dream figures, which we're going to talk about in a second. But on Godzilla Day itself, we had the reveal of Godzilla 64, looking pretty good. And this appears to be an all-new sculpt from what I can tell. Very nice looking. Then we got a flying Hedorah, which is cool, right? Then we got a Minya with very odd proportions, in my opinion. I'll stick to my YMSF. Then we got yet another variant of Hedorah. And then, like I was saying, the Tokyo Toy Dream versions of Anguirus and Godzilla 55 are coming back out, although possibly a little bit different than the original versions. Moving on to SH Monster Arts. Jet Jaguar is coming. We speculated that this might be the next SH Monster Arts Showa series figure, and it is. More information will be available upcoming at their latest Tamashii Nations event later on in November. But that's not all, because Mogera is getting a reissue in some sort of new form here, a little bit different. This was one of my first SH Monster Arts figures, so I'm pretty excited to see it again. Moving on to Mondo, they're doing another Attack Peter Mechagodzilla variant. This is the silver variant, which is pretty cool. You could get it right now, as well as the Urban Aztec Godzilla piece, this time as a heat array version. Nice blues there. If you like Mondo's Tiki mugs, Ghidorah is back in the classic blue color scheme from the first ever appearance that was never used. And then Space Godzilla came back as a Godzilla Store exclusive in Super Godzilla colors. The first three are still available. Unfortunately, this one has sold out already. So if you didn't get it, my apologies. Moving on to Super 7, we already had teased this, but glow-in-dark figures of Godzilla 74 and Mechalon are now available. Looking pretty cool. These are obviously in the reaction figure line. And then all new, we have toy versions of Godzilla 84 done in like Imperial colors, which is pretty cool. These are all supposed to be vintage toy colors. Then we got a Rodan in blues and a Gigan in some other toyetic colors from like the 70s. Moving on to some Ultras, and we talked about Ultraman Exceed X, but the news is he is available in the US Premium Bandai shop. So that is pretty cool for those that did not want to import this figure. Now you have an option there. A new version of Ultraman Blazar was revealed via a Chodo figure, so spoilers, unfortunately, I guess. But maybe it wasn't spoilers, but these were part of a bigger line of new Chodo figures, which all look pretty decent if you're into these smaller figures. I do love this Jeed. I think he's very cool, but I already have a figure of that. But yeah, if you're into these, I think the Ultraman Blazar, though, is very cool. And definitely one that I would want to get a version of. So yeah, pretty neat, but I probably won't get the Chodo. One last piece of Ultraman news. Medicom is doing a couple of new Shin Ultramans. Silver version of Shin, and then a, you know, exhausted version of them. So those are pretty cool. Gundam Universe has some new Gundams coming out. The Gundam Death Scythe Hell version, which is kind of cool, as well as Gundam Banshee Norn. I think it was Gundam Banshee. I forget this one, but it looks pretty cool. And then Gundam Caliburn. So some new Gundam Universe figures. If you're still into the line, you could get them at HLJ right now. Link is down below. Titanic Creations is doing another Gorgo figure, and this time a 30-centimeter Gorgo, which looks fantastic. Again, sculpted by Dope Pope. Really nice, 13 inches of Gorgo madness. Very, very nice looking. It goes for $175, and they do have payment plans, which is cool. I think the price of this is very competitive to you know, other 30-centimeter figures, which is very good. You know, I talked about the pricing of the Gorgo articulated figure in my review this past week. Do check it out if you haven't. It is a really cool figure, but I think the proportions on this particular figure are even better than that one, so this might be a really good one to get for sure. And dropped on Halloween, Rebar has a really gnarly zombie T-Rex coming out. Oh my gosh, this looks bananas. I don't know if I'll get it personally, because it is so gross looking, but it is perfect for what they're trying to do for sure. So if you're into horror, you're into dinosaurs, it comes with a hand of another, you know, a monster, dino, this is a really cool one to get. Speaking of horror, how about some Wolfman looking figures? These are pretty cool looking. You can get them at BBTS right now. The Great Wolves from the Crypt. Now, speaking of horror movies, how about Mondo McCready from The Thing? Wow, this is a 1/6 scale figure, but this looks phenomenal. It really looks the part. Obviously, you have some The Thing monsters here, which look pretty cool that come with it. But man, the likeness of McCready here, Kurt Russell, is really, really good. Very nicely done by Mondo. This seems like a fantastic set. If you're into The Thing, this might be one for you for sure. Revoltech Amazing Yamaguchi's doing a couple of Iron Spiders in the classic red and gold and the black and gold. Both look really, really cool. And Mattel Creations is doing a Hammond Collection Lab Tour set. How cool is this with the Doc and the Mr. DNA guy? This is a very, very cool, and it comes with a desk and all of this cool stuff. I really do dig it just for this dude, honestly. But I don't think I'm getting it because I haven't been getting any of the human figures from the Hammond collection. But for those that have, I think this is a perfect little set. It is just very, very well done. So this goes up for a pre-order in just a couple of weeks on Mattel Creations. Now, Bandai America is doing a Bandai Play, is doing a Chainsaw Man in their Anime Heroes line. This is very cool. Because I had skipped the SHF, and I did want to get one of these figures. I think he's an interesting looking character, so the cheaper route for me is definitely the way to go. After seeing the gray prototypes for a long time, 3-0 has released their color photos of the MD Lux Sideswipe, and it looks fantastic, honestly. Really, really nice. But the major news for 3-0 is they are doing a Kaiju Do line. No other info quite yet, but I'm definitely interested to see what 3-0 brings to the Kaiju table for sure. And that's the news, folks. Hope you dug it. Let me know your thoughts down below. And if you could please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram. Till next time, peace out, peeps.